Good morning, boys and girls. Alrighty, so we're still working on possessive nouns today, and we're going to do a little bit of review to start us off. So it says, write a sentence using the word dog to show that a dog owns his ball. All right, so I want you to pause the video right now, and I want you to write down a sentence that uses the word dog to show that the dog owns the ball. All right, and then when your teacher's ready and you guys have shared some examples, you can turn yours back on. And if you did it correctly, I want you to give yourself a star next to your sentence. So go ahead and pause. Okay, we're back. All right, so I'm going to do an example, and if yours is similar to mine, then you can give yourself a star. So it says, write a sentence using the word dog to show that the dog owns the ball. Okay, so oh boy, Miss Sanders, come on. Now here's my word, dog, and he has to own the ball. So it's dog's ball was lost at the park. Okay, so if you have dogs, apostrophe S, and then ball right next to it, I want you to give yourself a thumbs up and let your teacher know you got it right. All right, again, a possessive noun is just a noun that shows some ownership. If we scooch down a little, it gets a little trickier. Of course it does. And we're going to talk about plural nouns, plural possessive nouns. Okay, possessive means own something. Plural means more than one. Okay, I'm going to write that up here. Own something, more than one, plus one. A noun is a person, place, or thing that ends in an S. Add an apostrophe after the S. Okay, so here's the tricky part. You have to ask yourself when you're doing these things if the noun you're talking about is first a singular or a plural noun, if there's more than one involved. So the citizens. If it was just one citizen, it would be citizen. But because we're talking about the citizens' concerns, there's more than one citizen who has concerns. So instead of doing apostrophe S, which would show one person's concern, if there's more than one and the S is already here showing us that there's more than one, then we put the apostrophe on the outside. All right, so the citizen's concern. That shows us that there's more than one citizen who has concerns. All right, it says write a sentence using the words students and classroom, and add apostrophe to the plural noun, students, to show ownership. So I want you to, we're going to pause the video again, and I want you to go ahead and try this. And then when your teacher's ready, she's going to unpause it, or when you're ready at home, you can unpause it and see if you got something close. Okie dokie, here we go. We're back. The students' classroom. So students, I automatically know there's more than one student. It's not one student's classroom, it's the students' classroom. Sorry. Okay, so that's what I'm going to put. And you always put what they own right next to it. So I'm going to say the students, apostrophe on the outside because it's more than one, classroom was cold with the window open. All right, so what you're looking for here is that you took the word, you put the apostrophe after the S because there's more than one, and then you put what they owned next to it. It's the student's classroom. All right, so in our notes today, we are going to put plural, plural possessive nouns we already have an S, so it's S, then the apostrophe, then what they own. All right? Okay, so I'm going to think about another plural word. So, ooh, I know. Okay, so the other day I used the trees leaves. This, because the apostrophe is between the E and the S, I know that is one tree. If I write it like this, I know there is more than one tree. So, that being said, let me think of a plural noun. The people's this is hard to come off with the top of your head. The teacher's opinion on the topic. Okay, this means there's more than one teacher involved. So the teacher's opinion on the topic. If I wrote it like this, it would only be one teacher. All right, so if it's plural, your apostrophe is going to go at the end. All right, that being said, today's work on page 98 is similar to what we just learned about. So we talked about the apostrophe being after, and we talked about the form of possessive plural noun that does not end in S. So for example, people, or like deer, or any plural noun that does not end in S, then we add an apostrophe and an S. So they're going to make it super confusing. So stop the presses. The newspaper headlines need editing. Read each one and correct the plural possessive noun. Write your answers on the line. So it said local athlete, there's one athlete, wins women's Olympic medal. Now right here I've got my apostrophe situation. It's one local athlete. Is this written correctly? If it's not, write it here. If it is, then rewrite it the same way. 3 authors' books. We're talking about the author's books. We're talking about more than one. How would we change this sentence? 10 years worth of research leads to new medicine. Is this correct? Because it's the 10's years. Are we going to keep the apostrophe here, or are we going to change where the apostrophe is at? Then we've got 2 fish mission. So we've got more than one. What do we need to do to fix this? All right. Then it says read the sentence from The Fox and the Snail. Circle the possessive noun. Circle the possessive noun. Then, that's the first thing you're going to do. Then, write a sentence using the plural possessive form of the word you circled. So you're going to take whatever word you circle and change it to the plural possessive form. I think that this is going to be extra credit. All right, boys and girls, ask your teachers if you have questions and have fun.